Alright, I'm going to get started here in just a second. Uh, I had a little bit of computer trouble, so we got everything smoothed out and we will get going here. Alright, so today I'm doing mostly background work. One thing I really want to change after looking at this, I really do not like that background color, the grayed blue. I was thinking about making the tree actually black and making this a little bit more towards like azure, like a like a like a gem. Well, what is that? Sapphire, like a sapphire blue, like a deep sapphire, and then making these black for the background. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it works, and go from there. Not only was I having computer trouble, but we just discovered our roof. We live in a very old house. Our roof has a leak, so we had to go deal with that real quick, and then um, now here I am. So let's see here. Okay, now you can't see it on screen, but over to my right side are this section that has layers. So each piece that I make on here, it's kind of like imagine several glass panes stacked on each other, and each pane has a bit of detail on it. So I'll show you what happens when I turn off a layer. So each layer has some detail on it. So I'm gonna, yep, go over here. Oh, that looks very purpley. That's what I want. Okay. Sorry as I talk to myself randomly, leaving you guys in the dark. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see this either. On the left side are what's called my brush pack, and it's just a series of brushes I can scroll through and pick from. Let's see if this color is really what I want. Oh, I do like it, but I need to put it on a different layer. I really screwed up the layers on this, like I'm gonna have to blow this up. Okay. I won't leave it all this one color, but I'll give it some variation. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have this in an acrylic brush. Let's make this airbrush, and then the blending will be much smoother. Now this part, because I screwed up the layers, it's gonna take a while. So if you don't want to stick around for this one, that's fine. I think what I'll do is later I will go back to this video, and on YouTube there's settings where you can speed it up. So I'll speed it up so you can see everything done real quickly. Oh yeah, and I still need to draw his hand. Yeah, I like this better, so we'll go back through and make these trees really dark. Let's actually go back to my acrylics. That'll make this part go quicker. Oh, an advertisement. It needs to be darker than that. It needs to be near black, or pretty much black. Yeah, there we go. Oh shoot. Let's make it a little smaller. Now, even though I've got some detail in, I'm still on the basic layers. I only have, let's see here, pretty much 3 layers, and usually I do like 20. So we're still in the basics um, of getting this together. Once I have the basic shapes and the basic colors down, then we'll go in and do little details like little sticks, and things like that. I'm really bad about like I'll start a piece and then I suddenly get this harebrained idea to add something fabulous to it. And I feel like I've got to do it. Like, oh, this is an amazing idea. I've got to add it. But I'm already like 20 layers deep into a piece and it means major readjustments. So I'm like, why didn't I get these ideas beforehand? Like the thing I'm working on right now, the dark trees. I saw a picture, similar like a winter scene, and I noticed that the trees were really dark in the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's why my picture felt so off. My coloring was off, and I've already screwed up the layers, so now I've got to go in and color everything in, making sure not to go over any lines. Shoot, I went over his ear. Another thing this means, since I'm adding these darks to the background, it means I'm also going to have to start darkening up other areas depending on their distance from the foreground. I need to do that anyway. Like snow, like the snow I have here, snow is actually not white, like you would think. Snow has a lot of variation in color. I feel like I should add something back here. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay. I feel like I'm getting there. All right. Now I've got to go in and do the edges around the boys' heads. I did a little work after my last video on his face and it's starting to look much better. The photograph I was using, the lighting was very specific. You can see the light source was from the top. I'm actually going to have to readjust that because in this picture the light source is coming from the right. So that's going to change some things too, like the type of lighting on their face. His face is going to still be in the dark pretty much, is why I left it. His is going to be pretty lit up. I need this. Oh. Oh, it's just the neighbors. Heard a truck door. I thought my husband was home. I was like, what in the world? He's home way early. I'm sure other artists are looking at this cringing right now. I'm sorry, I'm new to it. I know I screwed up the layers. I can't wait to learn all the little tips and tricks and stuff. It'll be really fun. I can't imagine not learning, like, oops. I always say, go out and learn something new. Otherwise, stuff is just boring. Like, right now, I'm actually learning to write too. I'm working on a book. Um, I used to tell my kids, or I'd make up stories for them before bedtime, and they'd always say, "You should make that into a book." And so I did, kind of. I am not a writer by trade, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not turning it into one big hot disaster. But anyway, the stories I'd make up for my kids, I would add them to the stories. They would have their own characters and character traits. And the stories I would make up obviously were fantasy, but like, I don't mean just like made up stuff. Like, I put my kids in fantasy stories, like with witches and wizards and dragons and all sorts of stuff. It was a lot of fun. It's really weird because telling them the stories was really easy, but putting it, oops, sorry guys, putting them into story form has been something else because I'm not a writer. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Part of what I'm doing right now with the digital art is also I'm learning something new. I think I just get tired of being stuck doing one thing for a long time. I did charcoal art for a long time and it just started to get almost tedious and boring, and I was just like, I need something new. So okay, we got the edges. Actually, I need to work around the edges of the trees now. While I have this color up, I might as well use it. Now the trees, this blotchy mess I have right here, it's not going to stay that way. It'll predominantly be this color, but I'm going to gradiate it, or gradiate, it's not even a word. I'm going to create a, what's it called, a gradation or whatever, where the color slowly goes into another color. I can't think of the word for it. I'm totally having a brain fart here. But here, I'll use my pen as a pointer. So if you look over here at the sky, it's kind of darker blue into lighter. I want to do something like that with the tree because the way the light hits at the base of these trees, come on pen, the light is going this way, so that means down here, the bottom of these trees, there should be a tad bit of light hitting it. So they're going to need to be lightened up a bit down there. I'm really glad to see my tablet's working. I know I didn't say anything about it, but I walked in. So my desk, my work area is in my bedroom, and I walked in here yesterday to find my tablet with the back knocked off, and like it looked like somebody had smashed it. I don't know. Nobody's talking, of course. So I don't know what happened. Luckily, it's working. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on it. Luckily, I am feeling a lot better now. If for those that don't know, I get migraines real bad, and the doctor and I are trying to get them under control. And I've had them real bad the last few weeks. But my point to this being, I haven't been able to work very much lately. And so, that said, now that I'm feeling better, I feel like I can finally actually work on this and get some stuff done. So, I'll do what I can on this video. Um, and then, I actually like that a little bit right there. That helps. Anyway, I'll do what I can here. On this video, and then throughout the week I'll work on this some more since I'm feeling better. Yeah, the last like month, for whatever reason, I'm probably stressed. My headaches have been like off the chart. Terrible. I don't really like that greenish tint in there. I like it better when it has the pinks. Let's go over here. There we go. Yeah, I like that way better. The pink adds some warmth to the iciness. Another thing I'm going to add is snowflakes. So towards the end of the piece, I'm going to have some snow falling. Alright, I'm going to work a little on their suits, and then I'm going to call it good for today's video. Let's go down here. Still too big. Come on, there we go. I'm not liking that too much. So I've been studying pictures that have similar fabric to what I have him wearing here, and in it, the red velvet has areas of like a lavender look to it, like a sheen. Oh, you know what? I can still see the lines there, so I actually need to do this and cover those up. Can't believe I didn't even notice that. Okay. So we have it there. Oh, that's real tiny. It's a bit better. it's still not 100%. All right, we're getting there. Sorry I'm not doing more. I will work on this throughout the week. Uh, but I've got to be mindful of my eyes and my head. So one of the things that sets off my headaches is actually looking at a computer screen for too long, um, which is hysterical considering this is the profession I'm trying to get into. Um, Maybe, I don't know, I'll have to talk to my eye doctor as well. I heard there's like some glasses I can get that will help, so maybe I'll try those. But anyway, I'll work on this throughout the week and post some updates in the next few days, and then I'll do another video. Let's see, today is Wednesday. I'll do another video on, let's do Saturday. I know my schedule's a bit off. It'll be back on in January, so back to Mondays and Fridays. Um, Actually, I shouldn't say January, like mid-January. It'll be back to normal, just because of the holidays and everything. So, um, but yeah, I'll post updates and whatnot. There should be more now that I kind of have my head pain more managed. So, um, yeah, so check in. You can check in either on my Facebook page, which is still under the Charcoal Chick name. I've asked them to change it, and they repeatedly, and they haven't. So, but then you can also check my Twitter or my Instagram, which is under the EB Novak art name. So, yeah, just check there periodically. You'll get updates on this piece and a few others that I've been working on. So, I hope to see you guys. What did I say? Saturday? Yeah. Yeah. I have it on my calendar now. Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific